Okay. All right, we're back. Um, yeah. All right. Cool. Since we, ooh, bit of a frame rate drop there. Wow, my sensitivity feels different for some reason. Um, let's try that. Okay, feels a bit better. Okay, we are back. I have no clue what episode we're actually up to at the time of recording this. But since we last left off, I kind of made some kind of progress on the roof. Now, I'm not sure about it. When I looked at it before, and I kind of was a bit iffy. So I look at it again with fresh eyes. Yeah, look, I don't know. It looks like a cool concept, but it doesn't feel right. I feel like just a plain cobblestone roof would actually look better. Which really sucks because taking that down is going to be a pain. So, look, we'll see. I'm going to stick with it now. It's currently got open on both sides at the moment, but well, we'll work it out. The other thing is flooring. I decided on smooth stone for the flooring. And I didn't realize how expensive that would be, but yeah, we're going to work it out. Got my dogs. Things are good. Things are moving along. I thought today we might do something a bit different though. I thought we'd actually go mining today because you've seen me build, you've seen me farm, I think. A little bit anyway. But we haven't actually done a proper like mining episode yet, so mining is where we're going. And I got two things that I'd like to talk about in today's episode, and that is well, for games night we actually didn't play any games. Instead we had a movie night. And this movie night was really cool. It's known in my friendship circle that I'm a massive fan of the old 2006 film Over the Hedge, to the point where it's like a cult-like following of the movie. It's very funny. Just anytime, maybe we could watch a movie. Oh, Over the Hedge? Did someone say Over the Hedge? Anytime like it comes up, that'll be the movie that I recommend. So, yeah, we actually finally, all my subliminal messaging finally got through, and we in fact watched Over the Hedge the other night. It was really fun because we did something really special. I actually would need that. We did a Coles run beforehand. Went to Coles and we picked up a bunch of the food that shows up in the movie. So as the food came up during the film, we were actually able to like eat the food that came on screen, and it was awesome. It was great. So I think someone on Reddit actually put out like a list of food that you'll need to eat. Oh, I didn't want to do that. There's a list of food to eat while you're watching Over the Hedge. So yeah, we did that, and it was great. The only really bad part was that during that film, one of the characters eats bark, and so we had to eat bark, which sounds amazing. But we didn't actually eat bark. We had a bark substitute, and that was eating cinnamon sticks, and that was atrocious. Both best and worst idea we've ever come up with. Do I need another pickaxe? I might make myself a stone pickaxe. Oh, this is why we needed to go mining. I've literally run out of cobblestone. Okay, well, we better get on that. So yeah, the Over the Hedge eat along was Was super fun. Enjoyed it, really enjoyed it. I just other news that I've got is that before today, hang on, the screen's going to go black for a second. I'm just trying to work out how much time I've got or how much time I have been recording. Let's have a look. Window mode. Okay, it's been 5 minutes. This will all make sense in a moment. Now, for the last, I don't know, 6 years or so? Yes, okay. That should be back to normal. For the last 6 years or so, I have been, well, I was studying and I finished studying, but during that time I was in my parents' place, and I actually had a loft bed. So it was a double-sized loft bed, so it was basically like a bunk bed, but the bottom end was just blank, so my desk would be underneath it. And that was really cool. That was awesome. I really enjoyed having that. But recently, I've decided that it's about time for a bit of a refresh, something new. So we have moved on the loft bed, and I have got myself just a regular bed. And I'm pretty happy with it. But what that means is that I've moved my PC, and it's not currently completely 100% set up. So I don't have my second monitor at the moment, which is why I just had to change tabs and go have a look and make sure I'm actually recording. So yeah, today we spent the day pulling apart the old one, listing the old loft bed on Facebook Marketplace, and yeah, getting the new bed all sorted, and it's been great so far. The room feels like a brand new room. There's just something about changing up the room that just makes it feel, there's a certain feeling that goes along with that, and it's nice. I really enjoy it. It doesn't feel like the room doubles inside or anything like that, but it just feels bigger, even though I technically have less space because the stuff that was under the loft bed is now not under the loft bed. But then at the same time, I've managed to shuffle things around in a way that actually I made up some room. Oh my goodness, that was scary. Gonna man. I'm sorry. That commentary brought my commentary to a complete halt, didn't it? No clue what I was up to or what I was saying. Zero clue. Something about my loft bed. I don't want to go down that way. Yeah, genuinely, I have zero clue. That's really thrown me for a loop there. Yeah, so we disassembled it. I'm selling the loft bed tomorrow, and the new bed is amazing. It's actually from Bunnings. It looks really good. Yeah, so part of the reason why we moved on from the loft bed as well is that now I have birds, and the birds have been great with the loft bed. We had like this little ropes course underneath the loft bed, so they were able to swing underneath it and just kind of walk around, and be above my head as I was playing games, but two problems with that is that the height of the loft bed made it very difficult for them to like fly around the room. And the other thing is that they would poop all over me as I was playing games, and that was not fun. It was cute and cool for about 2 seconds, and then it became very messy. So yeah, they now have more room to fly around, and I think they're pretty happy about that. And scary cave noise. Ooh. On the topic of animals, so well, we had a bit of a day today. So half the day was spent disassembling and making a bed, and it was good fun. And but my fiance, she has been for months now. She's been like planning, plotting, monitoring this reptile enclosure that she's made, and it's very impressive. It's like it looks like it's come from a zoo or like zoo quality. But her reptile license finally came through the other day, so we went down to the pet shop. It's about a 40-minute drive. And we get there, and they have one central bearded dragon left, and it's a boy, and it's a 1-year-old, and it was just perfect. It was the cutest, most gorgeous little reptile, the most amazing, beautiful lizard. But they went through it with the heating, it's all good. The cool side, warm side, the basking area, everything was in order. But when it came to the size, they weren't happy with the size of it. It was just a little bit too small. And that meant that they weren't able to sell us this bearded dragon, and that was heartbreaking for my fiance. Like, she, was very upset. Understandably. Oh my gosh, this dude. So I'm trying to be quiet because I'm now sitting a bit closer to the birds, so they're very asleep right now. No. Okay. Just run in there. Just run in. I can't do this. I've got one more hit in. Back we go. Back we go. We're going back up. I do not want to die at all in this world. I probably will at some point, but don't really want to die here. But yeah, that was devastating for us today. That was just... Yeah, see, I don't know about that roof. It was devastating today. But we've come up with a plan to amend the enclosure and be able to get this lizard, because there's one left, and he's just so perfect. Just the cutest thing, and she picked out a name and everything, and we were right there, and it was just, yeah. The guys at the shop were super understanding, and they were very empathetic about the amount of time that she'd put into making the enclosure, and they handled the situation really well, if I'm honest. But it's just one of those things where the size of the tank, had it been 10 years ago, they would have sold it to us. But things are, for a good reason. The standards have changed for the size of tank enclosure. Would you call it a tank? I'd say it's a tank. The standards have just changed, so they're a bit more strict in the size of the tank in compared to the the ratio of lizard to tank. Yeah, so that was horrible. So a bit of a roller coaster of a day today. And I'm hoping that, me in the future who's watching this kind of remembers this day as a bit of a roller coaster of day, but hopefully in the future everything's kind of turned out alright and the lizard is happy. The lizard is happy and the fiance is happy, which will make me happy. So those are the two kind of things I wanted to talk a bit about today. It's just the over the hedge thing and the lizard. Oh, and the bed. That's three things. Yes, more feathers. Very good. Need more arrows now. After that little palaver. Oh, I should have geared up. Got my armor on. We do need more. We do more cobblestone is what we're really truly here for. But we'll see how that goes. Plan for this world is that I'd like to have a mine that actually looks really nice. I want to do strip mining, which is boring, but along with that, I do want to make it so that I have a nice little, maybe even this, put in some support beams and make it all, maybe some nice greenery in there too, just have a nice looking cave. Something that's not just like a box with some strip mines in it. My torch placement's a bit weird at the moment. I'm trying to be a bit conservative with the torches. Okay. Yeah, and I've done this for a while, but placing torches on the left hand side so that if you're walking back to where you came from, if you follow the torches on the right hand side, you'll basically always end up back where you started. Don't know if anyone else does that like that, but I find it super handy because my sense of direction is nothing. I've got the worst sense of direction ever. I said that I was going to go get cobblestone. Here I am just mining everything but. Iron is always good too, though. Iron and coal, always good. Enough is never enough. Yeah. That raccoon always made those Pringles look very, very tasty, so. Watching it while eating Pringles is just the best. The eating bark, however, not a huge fan of that one. Anything else interesting? Work is going fine. Found out today that I had 4 brand new students like in the last 4 weeks, which was nuts. But then found out the other day that one of my new students who's been here for literally like, I don't know, a week and a half, they are leaving the school. So I've gotten 3, and then I've lost one of those 3 like a week after they joined the school, so bit crazy. But Stuff happens. It's complicated, I guess. More coal and stuff. Woo! Always happy with more coal and more iron. Yep. Still no diamonds in this world, but I'm still kind of... I don't really care. At this point in time, iron and coal is way more useful to me anyway. Oh, that music. Always amazing. Be cool if we found a dungeon or something. That'd be nice. Let's torch on the right. Whoop. Yeah. I thought talking about those two stories would take a lot longer than they did. I kind of blasted through them in no time at all. That's okay. The engagement party is coming up, so next week on Saturday is the day where I've told people to get their RSVPs in. Which, you know, pretty cool. Looking forward to it. My fiance and I we had a bit more of a conversation on wedding planning and all that sort of thing. And we managed to, she brought over this book. And it's like this very, like, structured wedding planner thing. Like, it gives you a brief look at, like, timelines of weddings and how much everything's kind of, what everything kind of goes for. We might need to explore down there a bit later on. Or we could set up a little... Really? I thought I'd explore this area. No? Torches on the right? Did I just place those? Where did I come from? Well, we're lost. This would be great. Wonderful. Yeah, so I'm starting to feel a little bit better about the whole wedding thing. The whole wedding, the planning of it. Just I'm a very simple person, and weddings can be very complicated if you decide to make them complicated. Oh, I know where I am. Okay. Yeah, this is fine. I might just make this a bit more obvious for myself later. Yeah, that'll do. We might have a look at doing a little hidey hole down here. I like the idea of... Ooh, hello. Is this dude coming? There we go. in here might be nice. Oh no, having it like be around the lava would be cool. It'd be dangerous, but it'd be cool. Yeah. Mm-hmm. I knew I'd need this. Wow. What am I doing? Let's just take a moment to realize how tired I am. Whew. Good grief. I should totally go to bed, but I want to play Minecraft. Decisions. Decisions. How much time do I have left? Okay. Sitting on... Probably got 3 or 4 minutes left. Yeah, that makes it cooler. That makes it so much cooler. Yeah, look at that. It's a little hole. Get a bed in here or something. Easy as. And don't drill into the lava. That would be nice as well. I actually have no clue if beds set spawn points in this version. Haven't died yet, so... Ooh. I mean, I totally don't need this hidey hole. Like, if I can hear chickens from the surface, I don't need this hidey hole, but... Lava. So cool. Who wouldn't want to make a little hidey hole next to lava? It's basically just the Incredibles. How good was Incredibles, by the way? The old one. Not the second one. Second one was mid, I think. Me personally, it was just swing and a miss. They tried to capture nostalgia and they kind of ruined it, if I'm honest. It really undid like all the character progress that they made in the first movie. Like they were finally good and on good terms and happy to fight as a family, and they were all confident and connected, and they were acting like a family again. And then they completely undid all of that. They shoot so quickly. Well, I need... Whoa. Bro. Can we wait for him to come back? We do it? We did it. Yes. There's another one around here somewhere. That is basically my time done for today. So I might end off on building a little staircase down here. And then placing a few torches. Yeah. That can serve as like a elevator. Ooh, scary cave noise. More cave. Hooray! Look at us go. Doing something other than taking a long time to build a house. Alright, well, I'm gonna find the old little hidey hole and we'll call it a night. Yeah. Okay. I will see you guys in the next one.